I never played Five Nights at Freddy's, nor do I plan to anytime soon. It just never really sparked my interest, if I'm being honest. My friend would try and get me to watch Markiplier play it, but I also wasn't a huge fan of Let's Play channels either. Ironic, considering I have an entire second channel that is all about the games that I play on stream. Please subscribe, I'm almost to 1,000 subs over there. In any case, my knowledge of FNAF begins and ends with the fact that the series has an incredibly large following, and it's about avoiding animal mascots that kill you. There's apparently a deep web of lore that expands throughout the games that's more complicated than Kingdom Hearts to wrap your head around, and I have been told on several occasions that if I were to ever play the games to just ignore the lore because I'd get a headache from it. Then again, I find Kingdom Hearts lore fairly simplistic, but I also burn my hand on the oven rack because I forgot to put on oven mitts before taking the pizza out, so how far my intelligence and comprehension skills go is basically a fucking Dungeons & Dragons dice roll at this point. In any case, when the announcement for FNAF coming to DVD dropped, the fan base at large lost their fucking minds. This collaboration is predicted to be the largest one ever done since Resident Evil, a massive franchise spanning several games and a following large enough to invade a small country. The two franchises share a lot in common, and FNAF has been requested for literal years. People have wanted this franchise in DVD for so long that the very first day I ever streamed Dead by Daylight, I was less than 5 hours into playing the game for the first time, and someone asked me my thoughts on FNAF coming to DVD, to which I gave a resounding, I don't know. And to this day, my thoughts have only evolved slightly from, I don't know, to, I don't really care, I just want more things to make content around. And my opinion on that still stands. I don't have a dream chapter, something that if it came to this game would completely shift my perspective of the game and make me more dedicated than I already am to making a new fucking video every day around this game should show that dedication enough as it is. As for FNAF, because I never played it, nor have ever had even a passing interest in trying it, this is going to be similar to Lara Croft for me. A collaboration I can appreciate because the love people have for it and because it means I have more things to talk about, but overall something that doesn't affect me in the slightest. With that in mind, why am I making an entire video around this? It seems as if I don't have much to say, but there's something more, something attached to FNAF and the complications it brings as a franchise that has nothing to do with the games themselves. Meet Scott Cawthorn, the developer of FNAF and the mind behind much of the games in the franchise. Scott has exclusive rights to the series and still makes money off of things like its sales, collaborations, and more. This is important because the main issue many people are faced with right now is the troubling past Scott has. In 2021, Scott was found to be donating to LGBTQ organizations. Now, I will tell you, I vaguely heard about this back when it happened, but given my disconnection from the franchise, I didn't know much about it going into this video, and many articles on the subject are conflicting. The main Reddit post that revealed this information has been deleted, so I went to YouTube. After watching several videos across different channels, I discovered that this stupid fucking franchise might as well be renamed Controversy at Freddy's. Scott's political leanings aside for now, the amount of wild shit people who worked on anything FNAF have been accused of and proven to be committing all sorts of shit from blatant transphobia to drawing fucking pedo porn and more. As I delved deeper and deeper into this, I found myself teetering at the edge of the rabbit hole in danger of falling in at any moment. But I wanted to keep it to Scott specifically because at the end of the day, it is he behavior has decided to work with. After his questionable donation, Scott released a statement, one that shows exactly, to me at least, how slimy and underhanded of a person he is. Scott claims to care about LGBT people and equality, yet is openly for candidates like Trump and is self-admitted to being pro-life. He tries to deflect, pretending like because he supported a Democrat here and there that he isn't an anti-LGBT person. Words are meaningless when actions are involved. If I donate to the puppy-kicking party and then openly support a presidential candidate that wants to make kicking puppies legal across the board, then it doesn't really matter if I put out a statement saying, well, I choose the candidates that I felt weren't going to hurt puppies as much as the other one. Openly donating to and voting for the political party that has had the criminalization of gay marriage as their platform for years means you're either full of shit or thinking the other party wouldn't hurt the LGBT more than that, or you're willfully ignorant on policies you pretend to care about, and I don't really know which one is worse. I can tell you coming out of this that I don't like Scott as a person. He's the kind of Republican jackass who will smile to your face while holding a knife behind his back for when you turn around, and I want to make it clear I don't care for Democrats either, the spineless fucks that they are. I'm a full-blown leftist and a socialist. I actually give a damn about people, and the Republican Party has proven time and time again that they don't, and pretending otherwise just shows willful ignorance on your part. And don't give me this fucking, well, we can disagree on politics and still be friends. No. No, we cannot. If you support a party that actively wants to remove human rights from people and oppress minorities and they don't fucking hide it, then you aren't a friend of mine and I don't like you. This ridiculous assertion that your political leanings don't somehow speak to you as a person is stupid. I like to put it this way. Maybe you aren't homophobic, but if homophobia isn't a deal breaker for you, then it's obvious you aren't a very good person. Kind of like that white girl who says her white boyfriend says the N-word in private and she totally wants him to stop, guys, but he's just a little racist and she loves him so ovey-dovey much. You can immediately tell that she isn't that great either if racism isn't a deal breaker for her relationship status. With cards hurled onto the table hard enough to break the fucking thing, let's talk about the implications of such a thing and how this affects the DBD collab. Many people have been outspoken about how they will not buy the chapter, and were I not a creator of this godforsaken game, I probably wouldn't either. I understand why people don't want to buy it, and I understand the stance you have to take. As a queer person myself, I am not all too thrilled about a collab with such a controversial history surrounding it coming to the game. But I have to have it. I have to have the perks involved, even if I didn't want the killer itself. I need to have those for the content I make and the discussions I do. It sucks, and many creators feel the same. Another thing to consider is no matter if you personally don't buy this chapter, it will make tons of money. It will bring a shitload of people, and that's unavoidable. There's this discussion around separating the art from the artist, but that doesn't work when the money you spend directly supports the artist. It's the Chick-fil-A discussion all over again. Can you really, in good conscience, buy a sandwich from Chick-fil-A knowing that money more than likely will go towards some homophobic bullshit, but it also will go toward the queer employees who work at the company? And taking a stand doesn't really matter when there's tons of people across America who don't really care or think about that stuff. Does your personal decision to not support really matter, or is it all in vain? In the end, there's a deeper philosophical discussion here about the no ethical consumption under capitalism. Where is that line drawn, and how much are we willing to dislike people for the purchases that they make? This entire thing reminds me more of the Harry Potter games the more I think about it, where buying that Harry Potter Legacy of Hogwarts thing meant that you were supporting a transphobe extraordinaire, J.K. Rowling. I, as a trans person, was under the mindset that I didn't judge anyone who brought it. I did judge those fucking weirdos who brought multiple copies because they hate trans people that much, but just buying it didn't mean anything about you as a person. Rowling is still a billionaire, still has money left for her to be comfortable for the next 100 years without issues, and there's nothing we can do to change that. Similarly, Scott is going to keep making money off this franchise. Many people will still support it, buying anything FNAF, and are we really going to tell people they can't enjoy this game that is developed and created by many people because of how horrible of a person Scott is? It's a question that's really hard to answer. So I'll leave it up to you. What do you think? And as always, a great big special thank you to my channel members listed on screen now. If you want to find out how to become a channel member today and get awesome perks like seeing videos early, merch discount codes, and more, then please click that join button down below. I love you guys so much, and I'm very sorry for this very heavy video, but it did need to be talked about, so I'm sorry again. But other than that, I love you guys so much, and I will see you in the next one. Need more Kaiser in your life? Well, I've got you covered. Check out my second channel, The Kaiser Extras, where I upload full gameplays, stream compilations, me reacting to your Dead by Daylight clips, and more. We also upload a daily short with all the greatest clips from stream. We'll see you over there. Link is in the description.